All right, so we have, I'm very happy to have Landon Banks as my guest here tonight for a brief interview. He's in the short film, Who is Landon Banks? And so, Landon, how did this film come about? Was it written specifically for you, or?
It was. It came about, I shot another short with Andrew called Higher Purpose. And after that was a 2-day shoot, and we went out to eat at a Mexican restaurant in Minneapolis, and he's like, oh, I have like 20 minutes of extra film left over because this was shot on real film. He's like, what should I do? I'm like, well, you should make another movie, you know? I'm available tomorrow night. Let me know if you come up with anything. Went home 6 hours later, got the script, laughed like crazy. I thought, wow, is this for real? And then went in the next day on a Saturday night for about 4 hours and shot it, and it was a lot of fun. I hope people like it.
So it was Andrew, you're referring to Andrew Gingrich, who's
Yes,
the
wonderful
director, writer, producer of it?
Yes.
And then I noticed also that Ethan Holbrook was in it. He
Correct.
played one of the other yous.
One of the other me's, yes.
And then I was confused though. Why did you draw like a pencil mustache on yourself towards the end, or one of yourselves?
Crazy.
Okay.
There's no other explanation. It's just craziness.
And then, do you remember who were the two people who were like watching the rehearsal?
That was Heather Amos, an actress here. It's a friend of mine, and the other one is Parker Cagle-Smith.
Okay.
He also worked with Andrew and Ethan a lot.
Because Andrew, unfortunately, did not put any credits on Who is Landon Banks. So
there should be some at the end.
maybe on the one you gave me, but the copy I have didn't.
Okay.
But so we'll check. But hopefully, yeah, because but
the title says it all. Who
yeah,
needs credits, right?
So, what was with the at the end the shot where the camera is like reflected, and then you can see Andrew and one of you?
Yeah, that was a really tricky shot too. It took a while to set that up. I think the whole movie was kind of out there, so I think he just wanted to kind of have a few camera angles that were out there as well, just to add to the silliness. It's really a silly thing, but I don't think I'll ever live it down.
Oh no, it's great. It's great. It's one of my favorite films. It's
I
so
love
funny.
It.
It's so funny.
Thank
Especially
you
the
so
part
much.
where you kill your other selves.
Playing opposite myself was a hoot too. I didn't realize it till, I never shot in the same scene together, but when they matched them up, someone's like, oh, you're playing opposite yourself. I'm like, huh, that is kind of fun, isn't it?
And it wasn't split screen, so it was more the old style where you're off to one side and then the camera actually changes, so you don't even see both of you together at the same time. Was it difficult to do that? Did they put somebody over there to be the other you?
It wasn't that difficult. It was fun. It took about 4 hours to film, and I kind of got into the groove of it. So I think we filmed all of well, actually we interchanged between, Landon Banks 1 and like the director Landon Banks that I was. So we switched them up a lot. So it's kind of, okay, which one am I now? 1, 2, or 3? Oh, he's 2, and I'm 3, I'm 1. So it was a lot of fun, but it was kind of like trying to get it down, and it was probably about a 3 or 4 page script, and we just had, like I said, less than 24 hours to memorize it and everything. I'm like, there's one thing I can't screw up, it's playing myself, and hopefully I didn't do that.
Oh, you were great. You played yourself really well.
Thank you.
If anyone's going to play Landon Banks,
worth of practice to do it.
If anyone's going to play Landon Banks, it should be Landon Banks. So do you do lots of student films?
I've done quite a few, probably around 15.
Oh, that's a good
I've done
track
many
record.
with Andrew. At least one, done probably about 5 or 6 of Andrew's in the last year, or worked with him on projects. But yeah, they're always fun to work. The Exploding Goldfish films. It's very nice.
And that one that you had a small part in that you mentioned earlier before we started.
The Ultimate Challenge.
The Ultimate Challenge that hopefully we'll be able to run at some point. That was one of the ones. Any of the other ones you were in?
The first one I did was Higher Purpose. I was the lead in that, Adam Booth. It was about a cult. So that was fun, kind of like a Jim Jones thing, kind of something like that. And then I had a small cameo in his feature film, 16 Heads and Counting. That was fun. And then the Who is Landon Banks, and then the Ultimate Challenge, did that. And then he's done. He does in front of the camera. He did some stuff behind the camera, like in Matthew Kane's movie Lonely Ache, which you were also in. So, and then the Ultimate Challenge, you were in that one as well. So,
Yeah.
yeah, and I've worked with him on a few other, things here and there where he's done behind the scenes.
So, for actors who maybe have not done any student films, would you recommend it to them?
I would recommend, I believe the student filmmakers here in Minneapolis especially are very talented. They're very eager to please and to go above and beyond what is expected of them. And that's why I love working with Andrew and them, because they always go above and beyond the extra mile to get their films done and to get them seen and stuff. And I don't know, it's a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun.
Do they seem to be more fun than like professional films where they're on a deadline and they've got the budget? And
I don't know, the student films are on a deadline as well because I have to have them done for class. But I mean, it's just, I try to treat every project, whether it's, I've worked with, in the Coen Brothers movie, A Serious Man as an extra to, which is a $20 million movie, to, student films with, next to nothing for a budget, and try to treat everything as the same, equal, like it's professionalism all around, whether it's student film or the Coen Brothers Academy Award winning directors. So try to treat them all the same, so give them all equal attention.
That's good, that's good.
Yeah.
Would you offer any advice to student filmmakers who are maybe thinking, oh, I'll just use my friends in the film rather than try to actually get professional actors?
I would try to say go for some professional actors, because your film is definitely going to show a difference if you have professional actors acting in your movie as compared to friends. You can kind of tell. Unfortunately, there's no way to hide it. I see some of the 48-hour film projects where they just have, and I'm sure some of them are just doing it for fun, where they just have friends in front of the camera. You can kind of tell when you have a level of professionalism, when you have people that are just doing it for hoots and stuff. But it all depends on what they're going for, But I would suggest, there's a lot of professional talent in Minnesota here, and I would suggest trying to find them. They're not too hard to find, and a lot of them work with the schools on a good level. So I would try to suggest doing that if possible. So.